What is up, everyone? Today we have an Echo something or other, and I think it's a 225. Either way, we have an Echo here, and it's in need of some repair. Obviously, I was told the pull cord disabled itself, so I'm gonna see if I can find that top piece, but if not, then we should have everything we need to at least hear it run. Pull cord, like I said, exploded, so we're going to be dealing with that. Let's get started. Oh, and by the way, I got it like this, so we're going to be exploring this by our lonely lonesomeness. Yep, I found the top sitting in the back of my car. So we have this. Looks pretty normal. That's going to go on the other end. We have the spring. I think this is going to be the main problem here. Yeah. There's nothing to retain on that. So need to put it in there, then it should just wind around. It definitely looks like it was broken. Excuse me. So we are going to oh wait, the plastic is also broken on here. That's not good. I have a feeling though we're just going to have to replace it. The little tab is broken on it on the... Okay, well, that's a bummer. It's been a few days. Finally got everything, but I wasn't the one that took this apart, so I need to see if I can figure out what screws go where. These finer threaded screws usually go in anything metal, and these coarse usually go into the plastic, but you never know. It's good to double check before you have everything off, or put it back on, excuse me. That could use a little bit of lubrication. I generally don't like that, but this is relatively sealed, so I'm not too concerned of like junk getting in there. Come on. See if that helps us at all. There we go. That was the key. Move it till you can find it. Now this is just tied in everywhere, and I don't know what size we need. I'm assuming it's a T25. Yep, T25. We're going to put this on first, and then we'll give it a pull and see if everything retracts and does what a normal recoil should do. Or that the screws are too long and we're like jamming something up. I don't think so, but better safe than sorry. When you go on the internet, you're going to find a few versions of this. Don't get the one that doesn't look like it. Just point that out. Unless you went above and beyond and got the actual part number. If you just typed in Gt-225 Recoil, you will get a couple, so beware. Oh. Okay, well, it works. Apparently there's a whole lot removed, more than I was expecting. Okay, so I'm going to let us assume this would be a lot easier if I took this apart. So this is plastic, so let's assume that plastic is going to have that type of thread. There we go. Now this is screwing into metal. There's two different sizes though. I don't know if it's a big one or a small one. I'm assuming just for that type of resistance it's the smaller one. Also helps you go in the right direction. That will oftentimes give you a better result. Another one on this side. Pretty sure you don't have to do all of this, but this person did. Retracts just fine. Okay. I'm trying to remember where exactly that goes, but don't know yet. Now that we have that done, let's go ahead and do this. The ignition wire was making it difficult, so I just pulled it through with a pair of pliers. So now we have one here, one on the back over here, right there. I feel like there should be another one. How many screws do we have left? These two. I think those two go. And that one. I think there's probably more screws on the bottom over there, but let me do a little searching. There was some that go on the bottom on the other side, as well as the bottom of the tank that screws into here as well. So I dumped it over a little bit and the cap wasn't on all the way. And look, there's water in there. So I'm gonna take my air compressor and blow all that nonsense out. When I was pulling the wire out, the ignition wire, I noticed this plug is a WX plug. I don't know if anyone knows what brand that is, but it's just not good. We're gonna put in, it's also not great, it's an auto light, but it's the only new one I have that says it should be approximately the same type. So I'd rather see this one on there than whatever, because at least I've heard of this brand. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I did empty out the water, majority of it was water, dried it out. Well, let's go ahead and put in some fuel. This is non-ethanol with Echo Red Armor. If you've seen any of my other videos, I would highly recommend it. It is, in my opinion, one of the best oils you can possibly use. I use that exclusively in all of my machines. fuel lines don't seem to be horrible. Kind of looks a little long though, but let's give it a few primes. I have a little leakage, a lot of a leakage, so we're gonna have to, oh wow, a lot of leakage. Yeah, that's not good. So we're gonna have to do at least a grommet replacement, potentially even carb work. I'm thinking we're probably going to do carb work because that didn't seem right. It didn't even begin to fill the primer bulb. That's usually not a good sign. Let me see if I have one. I do not have one. So we're going to try doing the fuel lines first, and if that is not the problem, then we will go ahead and go through the carb as well. Now you probably need to see all of it, don't you? Oh, wait. Was that off the entire time? It was, wasn't it? Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Well, that's not normal. Maybe we don't have to do all this. Let's see. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I think we were... I think we have a false alarm here. We still might have to, don't get me wrong. It's probably been sitting for a while, but we at least know. Okay, the gasket is on that side, perfect. We at least know that it's not leaking horrendously from the grommet. I think that was just the unfortunate place where it became noticeable. So let me go ahead, put that back on, and then we'll give it a pull. I pulled the fuel line out a little bit, and I moved the return down a little bit so it's a little more even. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I don't know if that was the fuel that was just there before, or if it's new fuel. Doesn't seem like it's new fuel. Oh, there we go. Try throttle. Well, it definitely needs to be adjusted a little bit. The idle is definitely too low, but other than that, the recoil actually works great. This was roughly $30. It's pretty expensive, but it saved us from having to deal with the other one. That little plastic clip was a little broken. It wasn't completely broken, but it was definitely, the tip of it was broken, so it's just going to keep on falling off, going to be making a big problem. I'm not going to have to deal with that nonsense now with this one on there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this a little more. If I need to, I'll make a carburetor video. I don't think so. I think I just need to work some of the old fuel out and, you know, all that jazz. But other than that, this should be it. So if you have a Gt-225 and your recoil is no longer functioning, you need to know how to replace it. You do have to take off the top, because that screws in at least 2 places, and it covers it up. You don't have to remove the bolts in the front, however, holding the actual engine on. So just take off the top. You should have full access. There is that screw in the bottom, like I mentioned. Put the new one on, cover it back on, pull, go about your business. So I'm going to leave you at that. Have a good day. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. I'll catch you on the next video. You have a good rest of your day.